it is possible that on some matters, you will agree, on some matters, you may disagree. It's also normal that you may have colleagues attending Parliament when there is a boycott.
Yeah, but here they are disagreeing from the onset.
Even in boycotts that we have sat down and agreed, in the past you have had some colleagues attending. So for me, it is normal. It is normal. And the Honorable Miru has told you, the agreement was that everybody exercises his own right.
Do you find that normal? I thought there is always cohesion. You arrive at a position.
Except if you are running a military. But in politics, people will defy you. I mean, you had the rebel MPs at one time. The speaker even created a sitting space for them in the middle. They were NRM. And it happens everywhere. Just 2 nights ago, last night, in America, the Republicans were taking a vote on the war powers. And some Republicans voted with the Democrats to stop Trump from launching further attacks in Iran. And they said, it's my conscience, I'm following my conscience. So here, it's normal in politics, and it will happen in every jurisdiction.
But you would imagine that the opposition starts on a united note.
But on the speaker, they were united. They had the Honorable Muir.
Even on this one, we are united.
We are united.
Even on this one, we are united.
So I really don't see anything big in it that you have. The only problem from what my brother Atana has said, it is a matter that has been troubling us for a very long time as opposition. Every after election, you will have a discussion. Do you participate in the government or you don't? If you participate, you are now validating elections.
Legitimizing.
So legitimizing, you stay away. You will have those voices from our supporters. In one of the meetings we had in FDs, Dr. Wesige said, if we had won, would you have attended? He said, okay, this territory we have won. Please go and defend it as we continue fighting for the others. So the legitimate of those who have won elections, he said, you can go and attend Parliament. But the general feeling is that among supporters, boycott, don't go to Parliament. Your going has the effect of legitimizing. At a personal level, I had said I will not go and attend functions where M7 is because of restrictions. In the past, they used to tell MPs to go and test COVID.
Yeah, we still do.
They would say at one time, you don't carry your phones. I don't know if that has changed.
In Parliament, twice now I've been there, we have had our phones.
So I had said, and I didn't want to propose it to anyone, that those functions of M7, they take you with a bus. There was a time I wanted to leave Kololo, but they said you will go by bus. I had to walk. First of all, he has closed the roads. You can't come with your car. It's as if you were in a military campaign. So I said, no, me as Semuju, I am not attending. But I didn't want to impose it on others who wanted to attend, even when I was a leader. But also...
should positions on something as critical as whether to attend or boycott be made in such a lackluster manner?
A boycott is a form of protest, disapproval. There has never been a protest in Uganda where everybody participates, whether you are on the street, whether you are where. So you, Njara, you want to treat MPs like robots that when they announce going or not going, everybody will abide. It's not possible. I have participated. One time we agreed we are going to meet at a radio ground. The UPC people are watching us through their window. Yet we were in a meeting with them and said we will be at a radio grounds and then we will march from there. And they, have you arrived? I was there with the rest.
Yeah, but during your times, the boycotts were massive. You'd see big numbers staying away.
Yeah, but he has told you the agreement was those who want to go can go, those who want to stay away can stay away. And I don't see any problem. But you want to make it such a huge problem. That's a decision they took.
Do you see the opposition in sort of a dilemma on whether they need to take firm decisions, especially when it regards meeting the president?
You want a corrective binding decision, but you are different entities. The Honorable Muiru is a chief opposition whip because of the appointment by his party. By law, he's not the whip of everybody, by law. But by the operations of parliament, he becomes the leader of all. You cannot say that he will caucus and invite everybody and then everybody will have to abide by. Even when you sit in a meeting, I am telling you, even when you sit in a meeting, you will walk out and some MPs are already quarreling with the outcome of a meeting in which they have participated. It is normal in parliament, even normal outside parliament.
Well, let's now get to the thrust of our discussion. How would you unpack the President's State of the Nation address? I'll start with you.
Maybe before, I wanted to correct the notion. You know, you have put the narrative to say as if there was a disagreement. I want for the record to say that there was no disagreement. The agreement was that, okay, it is optional. And for you to say that actually, you see, you can't dismiss it because
optional cannot be a decision.
We are now discussing it here. You understand? That means it's not a simple thing. Then to my brother, Honorable O.O., the Presidential Elections Act creates a duty on the Electoral Commission to gazette results for every polling station in the country. You don't just announce a block figure and then that's the end. They did not do that. We have been demanding for that because we have data forms from some other areas. We want to know how did they arrive at the 71. That's one. Two, for instance, I'll give an example. You know, there's the politics, as Honorable Samujo has said. There are whips of other political parties. When Honorable Mao was appointed minister and Honorable Santa Room, the members of whips and people came and told me, don't give them office. They have now in the government, them got get office from NRM. But I knew that was a simple thing which would cause a problem. I said, they are members of parliament. I'm going to use my powers as a whip to allocate them their constituency offices. If they are tomorrow discarded by then, they'll go back to their office. But just imagine if because I picked that small thing and put it at the center. Even now, as we talk now, I can comfortably talk to all the whips of other political parties because there was a position. That's why we have no issue with the Honorable Attorney. I don't want to delve into the other arguments he has advanced, but I want to conclude by saying that there are only two powers, the state power and the people power. I've been telling my members of the opposition that the state does not need you. You understand? They have the numbers. So it is you to determine how you want to actually move. I thank you.
So let's unpack the president's.
The president's speech.
Which you never attended.
But I was following very keenly for reasons that we have to make a response to it. I don't attend, but even other areas like, I don't know the Honorable Ofonopono was even fearing Ebola. But for purposes of I listened to the president, and to me, I saw two things in his speech. The first one was trying to create a narrative that has created an enabling environment for everybody. That was the starting point. The second issue I saw, the president was trying to localize his vision, to move from him, because all along it has been about him, that this country was about President Museveni. That even when Honorable Ofonopono does something, we will have to thank the president for having done something. The president made some admissions when he said, no more sleep, means they have been sleeping on the job. No more corruption. I'm going to unpack the corruption. I'm 82 years old. Of course, he was seeing the remaining gap that actually all leaders now must have a role to play. When I talk about localizing his vision, because before everything has been about him, because I'd killed all the institutions, that now the corruption they talk about, they have been inflating the budget. And so we are passing a budget of 75 trillion. They are looking for one thing, spending 3% without parliamentary approval. But with a budget of 75 trillion or 80 trillion performed, the answer is no. And by the time they return, they will tell you we ran a cash budget. We did not realize 10 trillion when they've already got the 3%. So when he talks about the corruption, it starts with budget corruption. If you unpack classified, that's why they say for them they are not thieves, because for them they are stealing from that classified aspect.
Okay, you've listened to the president over the years.
Yes.
This is his 40th State of the Nation address.
Yes.
41st, actually.
Constitution.
The State of the Nation address began after the 1995 Constitution, so it can't
Yes.
be. But however, he has been giving annual addresses to
Yes.
Parliament. Yes.
Is there a departure from the old now to the new Museveni?
The departure is in respect of now trying to localize his vision. That's no longer now about him. It's even Ofono Opondo is involved. Because all along it has been him, and him. Now he's saying, look, I want Ofono Opondo to go to his constituency. I want Atan to go to his constituency. I want Mo to go to his constituency. But what we need now to discuss as MPs, does Ofono Opondo has a budget to do that? Does he have the CDF, the Coastal Development Fund, to go and do exactly what he's saying? Because the disorientation of the politics, which President Museveni has been doing, it has been the transactional politics. He has been engaging in with MPs. The other time you saw him in Chankwanzi, saying, I've given you 100 million. You understand? Honorable Ofono was in Kololo with him. Well, I would have even have got more votes than the 60. But people are saying, but you know, they have told us they're going to give us the 30 after the voting. So the 30 itself causes the problem, because now we are in transactional politics. That has not stopped only with the leaders.
That was given before the voting.
No, that had been promised. I think he'll tell you at what point it's received.